So I think captains play a critical role in sports. At Stanford, we select, from a wrestling side, we select our captains by a vote from their peers. So the student athletes will vote. Coaches have input, and coaches can vote as well. But we value what the student athletes, the peers, the guys on the team who are in the locker room, who are outside of wrestling with them, 90% of the time, whereas we aren't. So we value that heavily. But I think the role of the captain is so big because they bridge the gap between what the coaches are saying and wanting to the student athletes, so that they're that middle ground. Where I think you got to be careful is sometimes when we place the onus on the student athletes to make decisions, sometimes the popular choice, the popular thing becomes what they want versus the right thing, right? So who do I think is my best friend, or who seems the coolest or the most successful wrestler? That doesn't always mean that they're the right role for the captain, because in my mind, there's so much more to a captain. A captain is somebody who can be the voice of reason during tough times for their student athletes, who understands and is willing to really view things from a more coaching perspective and what's good for the greater cause versus a few individuals. So for me, the best captains we've had, knowing all that, are captains who are willing to tell their teammates and their close friends, no, this is why we're doing it. But also at the same time on the back end have spoken first with the coaches, right? So I guess what I'm saying is the best captains we've had are the ones that are in our office more often, finding out how we feel, why we're doing certain things, and talking to us, and then taking that back to their teammates, versus someone who, guys who just start coming up with their own ideas inside of a locker room or with their peers, and then coming to us and telling us what they think. They come to us first, get our opinions, take it back, then formate where they think they want to go, and then bring it back. So those are some of the best captains we've had, and I would say, just being able to recognize that as a captain, one of your main roles is to be on the same page with your head coaches or your or coaches in general, your coaching staff, because you're an extension of them. You don't side with one or the other, and if you side more with your coaches. You're viewed more as a coach and a leader than a student athlete.